on EA Sports. And we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, partner. A couple of teams that feel like they have all the pieces. Just came up short last year. They were so excited to get 2024 going and try to make another run to get into the postseason.
Yeah, and both these teams absolutely fall into that category. And just last year, going into the season, Mike, not only did they have playoff expectations, but in a lot of ways, they had Super Bowl aspirations. They believe that if things fall their way, they catch a break, they continue to stay healthy, the roster they have put together is a playoff roster, if not a Super Bowl roster.
Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go from Denver. Here's Traymon Smith on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Denver offense, set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL level.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. This one to the tight end, Trotman. 13 yards on the catch there. First down, Broncos.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and it'll bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Nix from the gun on third down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. And really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
Here's a 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Brown. He'll manage only a couple. Alex Singleton there on the tackle. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
The Bengals out and ready to punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Broncos offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Play action now. It's Nix. He'll find his tight end. That's Troutman. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
They'll go play action with Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Here's Nix to throw. Here's a screen set up to Williams.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
On 4th down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. Spotted at the 45, this is a 55-yard attempt. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He's got the hookup to Mike Gesicki. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
Taken in by Gesicki. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Burrow now to throw on first down. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Now, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Here's the punter now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. The Broncos offense ready to take over once again. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Nix. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Williams. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. The veteran Trey Hendrickson there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Nix. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Here's a handoff to Williams. And just a short pickup there to about the 44. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. On 2nd down, it's Nix. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here's 3rd and 2. On the zone read, this is Nix. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
Nix now on 1st and 10. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That one caught Devon Vele.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Second down, Nix. He connects with Mims. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. He slams it in there, and he is in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Broncos. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Broncos are out to a 10-0 lead. So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Bengals offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosivas. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
Burrow here on 2nd down. He's going to tuck it and go. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. That's in the end zone and intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. A short gain there to about the 22. Second down and 8. It's another run here for Williams. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop. Here's 3rd and 7. Now Nick's going to look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jermaine Pratt.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On 1st and 10, Burrow gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
On 1st down, Burrow. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
A carry here for Brown. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9. Setting up 2nd and short. They'll run here with Brown. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Gesicki, the man in motion. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board. It's 10-7. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Broncos offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On the option, here's Williams. And he'll get forward for about a yard. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. Now, a second down throw for Nix. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up a third down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
It's Riley Dixon coming on now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to hit another good one. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bengals offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. Now he'll run.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Gesicki, the man in motion. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Burrow. Quick throw here is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Burrow to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
This pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. A gain of 11 on that one. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Gesicki, the man in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Fourth down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. This one from 47 yards out. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. Here's Smith to return it. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Javonte Williams heading out with the Broncos for their next drive. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. I fumbled the football. And the defense has it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Bengals offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
That is caught, finding Higgins.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Gesicki, the man in motion. To throw is Burrow. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're up.
Powering forward, he's in. Chase Brown, touchdown Bengals. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals go up by 7. It is now 17-10. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. This one to the tight end, Trotman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. They bring a tight end in motion left. They run over center with Williams. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Alex Singleton there on the tackle. Second and 7. Now, Burrow. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
A first down throw for Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Burrow here on second down. He'll air one out for Higgins. That's caught. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. There's that man again. Another catch. From the 1, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
On is McPherson for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bengals move out to a 24-10 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Williams. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The visitors' offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
There's a ton of time left in this game. They don't need to feel like this is desperation mode. but they do feel the urgency to get stops, and that sack's going to go a long way to getting them off the field here. Continue to come away giving up no points, give the ball back to your offense, and see if they can start chipping away.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Burrow now. This one complete to Higgins. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So the hope is your 1 3rd down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The home team's offense, and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. And that's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Bengals are out in front as we send you to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman. He's got the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense and T. Higgins set to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. 16 yards on the game and a quick 1st down.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Brown. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They bring Chase in motion. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Higgins sent in motion. Here's Brown. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. He's going to run it.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
Second down, Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Back to throw, Burrow. This one caught at the 4. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
And this offense just continues to roll now, and defensively, they need to stop. They cannot let this lead get any larger. They've got to hold them to 3 if they're going to have any chance of finding themselves back in this game.
Gesicki, the man in motion. A run on 1st and goal. He'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll run. And he's into the end zone yet again. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And making a hat trick, that is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Bengals will extend this 3rd quarter lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. Now it's Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Williams. And he'll work this forward to the 35. B.J. Hill shuts it down there. Third and 5. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination, the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. On 1st down, Burrow. His pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Play action now. It's Burrow. Now he takes off. And Burrow not going to take any chances. Slides to a stop after picking up the 1st down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
They go play action for Burrow. Short pass taken in by the tight end. 14 on the pickup. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing is Burrow. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They bring Chase in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Burrow. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Now, Burrow. Off he goes. And Burrow not going to take any chances. Slides to a stop after picking up the first down. Good-looking drive, rolls on 18 more yards.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Second and a yard. To throw is Burrow. That one taken in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals tack on one more to their lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it. You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Third and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. There's that man again, another catch.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
The Broncos bringing out their punter as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. To return is Williams. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Burrow here on 2nd down. He's got Gesicki open down the field. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
All right, Mike, now it's getting to the point where it's almost becoming borderline disrespectful. I mean, despite having this big lead here in the second half, they continue to take shots downfield. They are not content with just running this clock out and shaking hands and going off with a win. Truth be told, I think they're trying to embarrass them, and they're doing a pretty good job at it.
Off play action. He'll set up. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cody Barton.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll go with Williams. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. Third down, 3 to go. They'll try to run for it with Williams. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Bengals offense back onto the field for their next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. all 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down, and barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Here's Nix to throw. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. Here's 3rd and 2. On the bootleg, it's Nix. He finds Mims. It's complete. 19 yards on the pickup for number 19. And it's a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the 2nd half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
On 1st down, right back to Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll find his tight end. That's Troutman. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Nix now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
2nd down. Nix. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
Now, off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. Lutz for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Broncos are able to cut into the deficit. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Slot man in motion right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. They'll run here with Brown. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A carry here for Brown. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Burrow. That is caught, finding Higgins. 18 yards on the pickup there. It's a Cincinnati 1st down. Now a give up the middle, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here's Burrow. It is brought in the end zone. Andre Yosevich. Touchdown, Bengals. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bengals will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still the work to do now on 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the quarterback scrambling maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They'll go for it. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Broncos 1st down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. Going for it all. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Throwing, Nix. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. The catch made there by Sutton. He's going to have a Broncos 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Off the play fake, here's Nix. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down. It's a gain of 10, and they'll get a fresh set of downs. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, Mike, we say we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open, stay open. Don't run past an open zone to get covered. That's exactly what this tight end does here. Friendly target, ball on time, touchdown.
The kick by Lutz is good, and the Broncos are able to edge a bit closer. Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. And they're going to take over possession.
The Bengals offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Here's Brown, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Burrow now. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Now Brown. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 2nd and 2. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll stick with him again. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. They bring the tight end in motion. Burrow. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal. Gesicki, the man in motion. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
You can tell what the decision is about how they want to approach 4th down by what they call on 3rd down. If that was a run play, then you can bet they were going to go for it on 4th. But because it was a pass, and then they take a sack, I think this coach on 4th down is leaning towards settling for 3.
So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. To throw is Nix. That is intercepted. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
So this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.